Hi guys, and welcome to Halifax Here. My name is Gina Harnish.
I'm Adam Cooper.
Halifax Here is a My Halifax weekly podcast where we upload right here on our YouTube channel every Friday. We talk about things happening in Halifax, answer questions, and talk about things we thought you might like to talk about. So let's get into it. So for this week's episode, we're going to be talking about what it's like to actually live in Halifax. For me, I've lived here my whole life. And Adam, you've been here for the past 8 years?
Yep, 8 years.
So we thought it might be interesting to talk about the differences and what people find about the city.
Yeah, just because I've done a lot of travelling so far this year, and it's just different. It's just really interesting to go to other cities and see what it's like there. And I feel like people have this preconception to Halifax and Nova Scotia as being this super kind of maritime place where nothing really happens other than fishing, and there's and it's especially because I was in the States, so they have a very obscure view of Canada for some reason anyway, and I just thought it'd be cool to kind of share with everyone what it is actually like to live in Halifax. And my perspective is someone coming as an immigrant and you coming as someone who's always lived here. I just thought that would be interesting. So when you grew up, what kind of things would you do on a regular? Because I know, for me, growing up as a kid, do my school, play volleyball, then gather my friends, and then we'd go into the cow fields because we backed onto so much farmland, and we'd run around through the fields. Occasionally, you'd run into a herd of cows. That was problematic because we were small and they were big, and then you'd run away from the cows. So that's what kind of my childhood was growing up with, but we don't have massive farmland here.
No. See, I grew up in Heron Cove, and our house was right next to a giant forest and a lake. So I played outside a lot in the woods and getting dirty and exploring, which is so much fun, especially in the wintertime when it's all snowy. Me and my sister would pretend we were polar bears and go through the woods. It was really fun. When we got older, we would take the bus into town to go to the mall or go downtown and stuff like that. But yeah, we don't really have farm we do in Nova Scotia, but not really in Halifax.
Well, that's it's funny because you talk about the mall, but even for me, I came here in 2010, and the Halifax shopping centre, from what I remember when I first got here to what it is now, that's a different beast.
Yeah, it's completely different.
It's just had so much investment put in it, and it's good because it's literally now somewhere you could spend the day. Normally, when I got here, you went into the mall, got your stuff, and you got the hell out of there.
Yeah. But
now it's it's super nice. They got this huge food court in the bottom. Yeah. And it just goes to show you that again how much Halifax is changing in a good way, but also I think a lot of people have that notion that it's Halifax, so we're all lobster fishermen, and that's not even close to being true.
Yeah. No.
So I was just thinking growing up here, it's interesting to see the kind of stuff that because that's kind of similar to what we did in terms of being outdoors. For us, there's a lot more shopping closer in England because it's so much more built up and there's much more population. So you could hit so many different places to go shopping. We didn't just go to a mall.
Yeah.
As such, but what was it like for you over the summer holidays? What did you do then?
Yeah, we would go to the beach a lot. There's quite a few beaches.
Ain't no beaches in Wolverhampton.
Yeah. We mainly go to the beach and still play in the woods, except in the summertime.
Were you not a polar bear anymore?
What's that?
Were you not a polar bear anymore?
No polar bears. We would catch frogs and tadpoles and have water fights and play with water balloons and stuff like that.
That's good.
Yeah. What would you do in the summer?
We would play tracker. I think you guys have that.
Yeah.
And we'd have extreme balloon fights where we'd have almost buckets, and we would load them full of water bombs and then hide and then hope that we weren't spotted and then attack each other. Kind of set up almost search and destroy style. It was a lot of fun. But again, because we had so much farmland to play with, here it's forests and it's woods, so you've got pasture to sound, but in England it was big open fields. So you'd hide on the edge, but to get across it, you've got to come out in the open. Then you come out in the open, you get water bombs come at you for days. And as we got older, or as we became like adults and stuff, it was just a lot more about like going to work and then going to the cinema or going to restaurants and kind of going out. I mean, there's a lot more of a clubbing scene in England than I feel like there is here, as where we typically have bars here. So people, when I say people really go, like the expression people use of, oh, we were partying, but really that's like, oh, we went to a pub,
Yeah.
or we went to like a bar, versus like it's not really like hardcore jump dancing your face off kind of nightclub all the time.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that kind of here, but compared to England where it's like club.
Yeah, it's more bars and like live music kind of thing. I mean, just people still bar hop. Like we would go to different bars in the same night, but it's not this, like there aren't as many clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also feel like here compared to England, like this, I mean, as for the regular viewers of my Halifax, there is always something to do on the weekend. Like whether it's an event, a festival, a place to go, a place to see, is where I found in England that really wasn't the case.
Really?
Yeah, like, because your weekend would be go and watch the football, whether it be, or soccer, whether it be in a pub, or go to a live match, because everyone has their own stadiums. Like we don't really have a stadium here in Halifax.
No, not at all.
Well, I mean, we've got the Scotia Bank Centre, but like, I'm talking about like a proper outdoor stadium. And then there'd be a little bit of retail shopping on the weekends, and that really is like, we didn't have anything like the buskers or the jazz fest, and it just seems like there's such a rich culture of like, go out, explore the city, go out and be a part of the city, go out, be here as well. I didn't really find that in England. It was very much like, oh, this is what it is. Like when the Olympics are on or sporting events are on, there'd be places to go and watch the events happening, but it wasn't like it is here. Like we never had anything like the buskers at all, and that's kind of why I love Halifax the amount I do. Like it's literally, there's always stuff for us to do.
I found that kind of surprising. You would think in a bigger city there'd be more stuff to do, but I guess not always.
The problem is though, you got to think about it like in Wolverhampton where I grew up, which is a little bit bigger than Halifax, there's 1 million people. Birmingham next to it, there's 2.5 million. Right, we're already past the population of Nova Scotia in just those two cities.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to put events on, like
That's
managing it, like I imagine if you go down to London and like you're in the capital city now, so at that point there's probably more stuff happening there because it's got the tourism and it's just built to facilitate that. But a lot of the more rural, for lack of a better term, cities just aren't, and that's what makes Halifax unique, because even though it's still got the size, it still puts on events that are for everybody to enjoy. And I kind of think that it's something that we kind of don't underappreciate, but at the same time we don't realise like, oh yeah, that's true. Like we literally have stuff all the time.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, there is always something going on
Yeah.
on the weekends and everything.
So of all the surprise events that we've gone to since we've done my Halifax, do you have a favourite?
Like all of the events?
Yeah. Now, to be fair to Gina, we just 2 weeks ago, we uploaded our 100th video.
Yeah, I feel like I can't.
So,
There's a lot to choose from. I mean, I would have to say the Savor Food and Wine Festival that we did.
yeah, that was really good.
A couple weeks ago.
I really loved the Pride event.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Halifax
that was really
Pride
fun.
was so amazing, and I think that was just amazing just because it was an event that it just felt so inclusive, and it was literally a celebration of love for love, whatever your opinion is or view on it. It was a celebration of love. There was no negativity. It was so positive, and everyone was just there to have a good time and again celebrate love. And I just thought that was so amazing to see that. It's like, you know, having never been to one before, I was just like, man, like it should be like this every day.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was such a cool thing to be able to experience. And again, they might do them now in England where I grew up, but I'm pretty sure they don't. I think they do them in select cities where they can get enough people to go and participate. But you know, like Pride events here, they're like in every city, and
Yeah.
you know, it was just amazing to be part of that.
I mean, the Prime Minister came.
Yeah.
He was a part of it, and his family. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think, you know, that's kind of again another reflection of like life in Halifax, is that everyone's really friendly and everyone's really polite, and there's a sense of like we're in it together and we're all part of a big city. Well, even though it's not really a big city, it's kind of like it's got that small town mentality, as in like this is our place and this is our home, and but yet everyone's still welcome.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you look at the convention centres and the developments that are here, the library and things, and you just think like it is kind of almost, it's not almost, it is the perfect city. Like everything, it's so well proportioned. There's so many good things that happen here, and I think that it's this disservice to just consider it like a sleepy fishing town, because it's not.
Yeah, it's so not. I feel very lucky that I live here, because it has, like you said, it has everything. I mean, growing up, we had a lake that we would swim at, a private lake, no houses around it, in the middle of the forest, like, you know, and then you have the city, you can go shopping if you want, but yeah, it has a really good balance of everything. And then of course the ocean, and
Ocean's playground, baby.
yeah.
Also, on a more practical level, like the IWK, like that's a world-class facility. And when we were at the Business Awards, the CEO came out from the IWK and she was talking about the medical research and the programs that are coming out in terms of cancer treatments and the way they treat children. You know, a lot of that stuff is on a national scale, and it's coming out of Halifax. And even at a Savour event, they were saying, like, you know, the Liberal Party conference is coming to Halifax, the Conservative Party conference is coming to Halifax, and you look at it as like, Halifax isn't really known as being a place where those events come.
Yeah.
But they're coming here because the facilities are here, and often for business, when I have people from out of town come in, a lot of people have never come to Halifax before, and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe you guys have kept this a secret. It's like, we haven't kept it a secret.
Yeah.
Like, everyone can see here.
Yeah.
Just don't turn up and ruin it, because we like it the way it is.
Yeah.
And I just feel like for me, living in Halifax is such a privilege, because it's such, like I say, it's got that great balance between the historic and now the news coming in, and I think that I'm always excited to be here. I can't wait to see just how much is going to grow and all the stuff that happens, and the more time we spend making my Halifax, the more people we meet, the more different sides of the city that we get to see. I mean, every now and again stuff happens, like a Savour event, like when we were there, I was like, there's 80 vendors here from across the city and across the province, and we're all in one place, and we get to celebrate them and experience them in such a unique way. And I was like, this is amazing, and I've never been a part of anything like that.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing that Halifax has stuff like that.
Yeah, it is really cool. The only thing I will say that has, I mean, it doesn't matter so much anymore, because I'm kind of over the going to like live concerts
Here we go.
phase, but not a lot of bands come here.
Yes.
Not a lot of like bigger bands.
Excuse me, we had Dead Mouse at the end of the day.
But that's the only thing, and I get it. I get why, you know, they might not come here, and also it gives you the opportunity to travel somewhere else where they are playing, like Montreal or Toronto. But yeah, again, like I said, I'm kind of, doesn't matter really.
No, I think you got something. There's a lot of truth to that, because I mean, like when Kevin Hart came here and we watched him at the Scotia Bank Centre, like that was amazing. Like he was so good, and I think even remember he came at the start and he was like, Halifax, who knew? Because he was here for one day, and then it turned out to be like he stayed for a week because he kept selling out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think people would be surprised that if you could bring the bigger bands out here, that they would sell out. They would. I mean, I understand there's a cost to that and there's stuff that's got to be worked out, but I'm like, there's a need for that, because I know people that travel to Moncton to watch concerts happen.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to see. It would be nice to see that, and hopefully with people like Deadpool coming here, not Deadpool, Dead Mouse coming, we can have more stuff like that, because it is nice to experience that. And when we have things like the Jazz Fest, you do get mainline acts coming in.
That's true. Yeah.
So, but again, as great as that is, that's a 4-day event. So it'd be nice if like at least 3 or 4 times a year we could have like the Chili Peppers turn up or someone like that, because that those are always fun nights. And like everyone talked about Kevin Hart when he was here for like a month after he came.
Yeah, it was like the craziest thing that like the most famous person that had come to Halifax.
Well, it has, and it's not even a case of being the most famous, but it was a case of like that was a big deal because like he's an A-list celebrity, and he's at the top of his game when he turned up, and it's not like he was like from the '60s and he's on like his farewell tour. Like he's still a main list celebrity. I think he was the highest paid actor like last 2 years ago or something.
And the Scotia Bank Center was packed.
Yeah,
like we were up in the nosebleed section, like we could barely see.
we got value tickets.
Yeah. But it was full. Like,
it was packed.
Yeah.
Even with the moose heads though, when I was there the week, like those are packed out. And I know people are pushing for an NFL team to come in or a CFL team to come here. And I think the city's ready for it. I just think it's the planning side of it. They need to get in line.
Yeah.
But with the exception of that, which I think more of that's going to happen with more facilities that we get. This is still an amazing place to come and to go and be a part of. I think with the volume of festivals we have, that kind of makes up for not necessarily having the main bands.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like we can live with that for the time being.
Yeah, it's something we can work towards.
Yes, exactly.
But long and short of it is, obviously, if you can travel, like one of the greatest gifts my parents have gave me was travel. Like I've been lucky enough to travel a lot. But I thought about it when I came back. My last trip was from Vegas. It's really nice to come home to Halifax and like this is where I live. This is my house. This is my home.
Yeah.
There's something special about that.
Yeah, that's a good feeling to have.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, I think we might wrap it up here. Thank you for watching this week's episode. Next week we're going to be doing Halifax Facts, where I'm going to be asking Adam some questions and he has to guess if they're true or false relating to Halifax. So that should be fun, and tune in next week. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course right here on YouTube. If there's anything you'd like us to talk about, please leave a comment below, and have a great weekend. Bye.
See you guys.